Good morning, friends. Welcome to another session of Cayton Recess. I am the amazing Andres, and I am very excited to have you with me today. So, this week we have a new theme that we're exploring. This time, it's going to be collaboration. And that's what I mean by say collaboration. I mean, things coming together. People, animals, the world just coming together because we know that working together is better than going it alone. So to start off our week of collaboration, I wanted to start with an old classic book, one I really like. It's called Caps for Sale. Now, if you have caps for sale at home and you would like to join along with me in a read along, why don't you hit the pause button, go grab your book, and meet me back here, okay? And then we can read along together. All right, get your caps for sale ready, friends. All right, friends, here we go. Caps for sale. A tale of a peddler, some monkeys, and their monkey business. Now, speaking of the monkey business, there's a part in this book that gets repeated a lot. And so if you sitting there at home want to help me tell this story together, it would be really fun if you say this repeated line with me. So there's going to be a part where the peddler says, "Oh, you monkeys, you." And so whenever we get to that part, I'm going to gesture out to you all so you can say it along with me. And while you say it, why don't you shake your fist like you're frustrated with a bunch of monkeys and they're just not listening to you, okay? So why don't we try it together on the count of three? Let's say, "Oh, you monkeys, you," okay? One, two, three. "Oh, you monkeys, you." All right, great. Great working together, everybody. All right, let's see what happens in our story about caps for sale. Once there was a peddler who sold caps. But he was not like an ordinary peddler, carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on top of his head. First, he had his own checkered cap, then a bunch of gray caps, then a bunch of brown caps, and then a bunch of blue caps, and at the very top, he had the red caps. So there he is. There's our peddler, which basically means he's a salesman, selling his hats. Now he walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight, as to not upset the caps. Now as he went along, he called, "Caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap!" So there he is, going around. "Caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap!" Boy, howdy. But then one morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street and he walked down the street calling, "Caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap!" But nobody wanted any caps. Nobody wanted even a red cap. But then he began to feel very hungry. But he had no money for lunch. Rough day. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," said he. And he walked out of the town, slowly, slowly, so as not to upset his caps. So there he is. Yeah, it seems like an empty day in the town. I wonder where everyone is. Yeah, it's hard sometimes when you got no business. Now he walked for a really long time until he came to a great big tree. "Oh, that's a nice place for a rest," thought he. And he sat down very slowly under the tree and leaned back, little by little, against the tree trunk, so as not to disturb the caps on his head. Then he put up his hand to feel if they were straight. First for his own checkered cap. There it is. Then his own gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, and then the red caps at the very top. Looks like he did a pretty good job balancing, but I guess he does it every day, so. They were all there. All the caps. So, he went to sleep. And he slept for a long time. There's the sun. And then, yep. When he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. Oh, he feels real good. Nice, get a good sleep. Probably feels, he feels a lot lighter than he did before he slept too. That's a good thing about sleeping. Gives you that energy. Oh, but before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place, and all he felt was his own checkered cap. Oh no! You're right. They were all there just a moment ago. One. So he looked to the right of him. Check right there. Nope, no caps. Then he looked to the left of him. No caps. So he looked in back of him and no caps. So he looked behind the tree. There's no, just a lot of grass. So there he is. He's looking all over the place. Where could they have gone? They're not behind him. They're not to the left. They're not to the right. Then he looked up in the tree. And what do you think he saw? On every branch sat a monkey. And on every monkey was a gray or a brown or a blue or a red cap. There they are. You see them all? I'm amazed that these hats are monkey-sized hats. So the peddler looked at the monkeys. And the monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. So finally, he spoke to them. There he is, looking up inquisitively. I mean, what would you do if a bunch of monkeys stole your hats? Everyone, you can say this with me together. You monkeys, you, he said, shaking a finger at them. You give me back my caps. But the monkeys only shook their fingers back at him and said, tss, 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 tss. Why don't you do that with me? Go. Tss, 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 tss. Huh. Well then. This is going to be proved a little more difficult than initially thought. Now this made the peddler angry. So he shook both his hands at them and he said, You monkeys, you give me back my caps. But the monkeys only shook both their hands back at him and said, Everyone. There you go. Oh boy. This is some troublesome monkeys. Now, the peddler, he felt quite angry. So he stamped his foot and he said, You monkeys, you better give me back my caps. But the monkeys only stamped their feet back at him and said, Now, by this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stamped both his feet and shouted, You monkeys, you must give me back my caps. But the monkeys only stamped both their feet and they looked right back at him and said, So there they are. Oh no, this peddler's not getting anywhere just yelling at them, is he? And at last, he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap and threw it on the ground and began to walk away. Well, I never. That's the last time I tried to conversate with monkeys. He's had enough of it. But then, each monkey pulled off his cap. Oh. And all the gray caps, and all the brown caps, and all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. There they come. You see them there? So the peddler, he picked up his caps, and he put them back on his head. Now, there we are. There we go. First his own checked cap. Then the gray caps. Aha, there they are. Then the brown caps. Yes, yes, yes. Then the blue caps. And then the red caps at the very top. Yes, quite right. So there he is, organizing his caps. And then slowly, slowly, he walked back to town calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." And there he is, going back into town. The end. So thank you so much for joining me for this read-along of Caps for Sale today. I really love this book because you see how the peddler, he really needs something from the monkeys, but he has to learn the hard way that he had to actually work with the monkeys to get what he needed rather than just yell at them and shake his fist. So later today, in the spirit of collaboration, I'm going to play a little freeze dance game with y'all where I'm going to bring out my acoustic guitar. We're going to have a little fun where I'm going to play some music and you're going to do some fun dance moves. So if you want to hang out some more, please come by at 3 o'clock. We're going to have some more fun. And you want to see more videos like this, please follow us here on Instagram and subscribe to us on YouTube. Thanks so much and have a great day.